Goodbye Mr. Chips isn't a Christmas film in the same way, say, Home Alone is. It is warm-hearted, family-friendly fare that is perfect for the festive season. Goodbye Mr. Chips is about a recent university graduate called Charles Chipping who becomes a teacher at Brookfield, a private boarding school for boys. Brookfield is a fictional school, but it is clear it isn't as prestigious as Harrow or Eton. Mr. Chips is at first a timid young master who is in way over his head. After he gets settled, he meets his future wife, a strong-willed woman who he meets while mountain climbing in Austria, and she rescues him. She acts as a catalyst to Chips, showing him how to be a better, more humane teacher and instilling confidence in him. And she also gives him his nickname, Chips. Mr. Chips' eccentric mannerisms, such as his jokes in Latin and slightly bedraggled appearance, makes him a figure of fun for the boys, and they play pranks on him. In his senior years, he becomes seen as a respected elder statesman for the school. Mr. Chips is the everyman. While clearly intelligent, he knows his own flaws and never makes headmaster under normal circumstances, never has children, and there's always an element to his character where he just settles. He still manages to be influential, shunning new teaching methods in an age of rapid change. He lives and dies in the school grounds, proud of the fact he makes a difference to the boys' lives as a father figure. Mr. Chips is warm-hearted, but what it's not is mawkishly sentimental. In his later years, we see Chips teach against the backdrop of bombs dropping during World War I. Strangely enough, both the book and film was released before World War II kicked off and appeals more to humanity and optimism than it might had it come out 10 years later. Robert Donat rightly won an Oscar for his performance as Mr. Chips, portraying the teacher in such a way that if clumsily handled could have come across as a Mr. Magoo comedy character or just plain irritating. Here he creates a lovable character with depth, while still retaining the Victorian stiff upper lip of principles and pride.
I do it because the whole crowd of masters here are a lot of weak-kneed women. They're not in the army because they're not fit to be, or too old, or too frightened. They get it back on us by being tuppenny tyrants.
Before you go on with your interesting speech, get over that chair. Get over that chair!
You can criticise some of the makeup effects or the fact the backdrops are clearly painted, but it doesn't take away from the fact that the film is still gorgeous looking and is a world that seems realer than it actually is. In short, it's pure magic. Goodbye Mr. Chips was adapted again for big screen as a musical in 1969, which I've not seen, and again for the small screen as a TV series in 1984, which I've not seen, and yet again as a TV movie in 2002 with Martin Clunes as Chips, which I have seen, and Clunes puts in a very charismatic and faithful performance. This version, I remember, focuses more on the horrors of war and is well worth your time. The scenes where Mr. Chips recounts calling the boys' names has been spoofed twice. In Hale and Pace as a dark but still funny comedy sketch made all the more poignant given the duo were both teachers before going into comedy.
See you for Michaelmas term, sir. Bye, Mr. Chips.
Mr. Chips! Mr. Chips!
What is it, Patterson?
If you don't give me a fiver, I'm going to tell the old Bill that you touched me up.
And of course, a sketch on Big Train, which is hilarious and a perfect spoof in every way.
May we have class outside? I've been so happy here.
But they can't lock down the school. They can't.
Big fat smelly cocks.
Must we learn Latin today?
Big cocks! May we have a prayer, sir, for the soldiers who didn't come back?
It's from my mother, sir. My father is very ill.
Your arse stinks. Big fat hairy pennies! Giant blockers!
You smell, sir!
Big fat arses on your head!
There's also History Today from Robert Newman and David Baddiel about two university professors who discuss history on a spoof of late-night academic programmes. They break up the tediousness of the format by resorting to the most juvenile but also pant-wettingly funny playground insults imaginable, and the professors bear more than a striking resemblance to Chips. Merry Christmas.
Under the terms of his oath, a Benedictine monk, for example, could not only never have sexual relations with a woman, nor did he ever talk to a woman, nor even approach within 50 yards of a woman.
I am aware of the strictures.
And that's you on your 18 to 30 holiday. That...